by San Diego FC head coach Mike Ibarra. We'll start with questions in English. We can start up here.
Hello, Mikey. Tony Sanchez, San Diego Football. A difficult match today where it seemed like Sporting gave some space in order to try to break through those lines. But what made it so difficult tonight to get past Kansas City?
Yeah, I mean, we played against a different type of challenge in this game with Sporting KC pretty much just sitting in a block, being really patient, maximizing the width of the field in terms of their shape. They were quite disciplined in it, so I think credit to them for their game plan. They slowed the game down a lot, with goalkeeper taking a lot of time, taking their time in the throw-ins, disrupting any sort of quick restart that we can make. And listen, that's a challenge that we're going to have to learn how to face too, because the last few games we've been faced with teams that want to come and press us. But you know, when you make when you break that press, then you have a lot of space to make the breakthrough. And then the other side of that is when you lose that ball, like maybe they're a little bit closer. This was a little bit different, where I think we controlled the chances pretty well. They had one chance from the right winger cutting inside, and he hit the post from outside the box. But other than that, they didn't have very much to offer in terms of attacking. But we didn't find the key to unlocking either.
Mike Alejandro, San Diego Football. Can you explain a little bit about the Milan Iloski substitution? It seemed like he was playing more in the center mid position when we've seen him in the past at the striker role.
Yeah, so we didn't feel that we wanted to take out either of the three that were in the front, because we were actually building some momentum at that point, and so but we wanted to put another attacking player on the field. Luca De La Torre was had a pretty good game, but didn't have that sharpness in terms of the final pass, and so getting Milan at the 10 and still having him make those kind of late runs into the box, we thought might just give us a more attacking setup.
Any other English questions before we go to Spanish? We'll go right here.
Talked yesterday about the obvious importance of winning at home, particularly against teams lower in the standings. When you look at this game, can you take positives away from it, or do you look at it as a disappointment?
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, we always want to win every game, and then at home you especially want to win. But I also mentioned yesterday that you have to look at every game as an individual game, but then you have to look at the series. We played 3 games this week, right? Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. And you have to look at different parts of the season, beginning of the season, summer, after the summer. And so I think as far as important as the home games are, you got to take big picture too. We took 7 points out of 9 points in 3 games, and that's very good. And that's the importance of having the mindset that you can go on the road and win points. And then the other thing is that we pushed the game, I feel like, pretty hard. I mean, we played with, at the end of the game, we had 2 number 10s on the field, 7, 9, 11. We just had the 4 defenders and number 6, because Oni's an attacking player, Milan's an attacking player. We had attacking players all over the field, and we didn't get opened up in transition, right? So even though we were pushing the game, it didn't become a game where all of a sudden we were going to get, where it became really back and forth, and where we were taking unnecessary risks. So I would say that's also a positive.
We'll go back there.
And Coach, you guys are still unbeaten in the month of May, and this is your 5th clean sheet of the season. Just especially for that clean sheet, how important is that for this organization?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a clean sheet, you have a chance of winning the game. So I think it's massively important, and I think that's to Mark's point, like that's one of the positives, right? The positive is we pushed the game, but we were able to maintain a clean sheet. So it wasn't this all or nothing, and all of a sudden it's 3 points dropped at home instead of 2.
Any other English? We'll go to Spanish.
Buenas noches, profe. Para preguntarle si considera hoy ganar un punto o que se le fueron 2 después de lo que veíamos en la tabla, sobre todo en las estadísticas del visitante, y también valorar eso que decía de 4 puntos de 9 posibles, de 6 posibles.
Cuando pierdes en casa siempre son 2 puntos perdidos. Tienes que decir la verdad siempre, pero bueno, no fue tan fácil el partido porque el bloque de Kansas City era muy ordenado, muy disciplinado en el medio, atrás, entonces no encontramos llave para romper esa presión, pero empujamos el partido, es lo que me gustó, y empujamos sin abrir la puerta a ellos, porque para mí ellos tenían una oportunidad, pero nada más. Y nosotros fuimos el equipo que más tenía la posibilidad de ganar, pero tampoco encontramos las situaciones tan claras para hacerlo.
Mike, hubo un momento después del partido que varios jugadores fueron a hablar con el árbitro y se vio que usted fue a sacarlos de esta situación. ¿Qué pasó ahí? ¿Qué palabras hubo con el árbitro?
No, hay un poquito de frustración a veces cuando el rival quiere gastar tiempo desde el principio, entonces es un poquito la estrategia que pasa en el mundo del fútbol, y es normal. No quejamos de ello porque bueno, cada uno tiene su estrategia y eso está perfecto, pero usualmente nosotros esperamos que los árbitros van a ir marcando ese tiempo y dando más tiempo al final, entonces un poquito de frustración con solamente 3 minutos, que hoy en día en el mundo del fútbol donde cuentan todo, mira, había 10 cambios y 3 minutos, más encima desde el primer minuto el arquero y saque de bandas estaban tomando el máximo tiempo. Entonces había esa un poquito de frustración y después el segundo, siempre cuando está frustrado siempre hay pasión, ¿no? Entre el árbitro y también los jugadores, esto es normal, pero nada pasó fuera de la línea, no había un falta de respeto, nada así, es solamente gente que compite.
¿Algún otro en español? Bueno, gracias, Mikey.
Yep.
Start up here in English.
Tony Sanchez, San Diego Football. Yepe, you faced a team that was giving a lot of space and giving a lot of options for the squad for the full 90. What made it so difficult in order to go ahead and get past that final third and be clinical in the last?
Yeah, I think they actually made it difficult for us because they dropped a lot and made the spaces small in front of their box. They gave away space in our half and maybe the 1/3 of their half, but the 2/3 of their half was very narrow and it's difficult to lock up a team that drops a lot. So yeah, it's maybe looking like an easy game because we have the ball a lot and we press to score, but yeah, it's difficult.
Was it difficult to adapt to the transition when you have attacking players joining that midfield like Milan Iloski did and Oni Balakari did in the second half?
No, I think it's sometimes you want to try things, right? We try to break them down from first minute almost, and sometimes it's okay to do some new stuff and put people a little bit out of position to get something out of the ordinary. That's football. Sometimes you try something, and I thought they did a good job trying, but it also maybe disrupted the rhythm a little bit. But sometimes that's also what it takes.
You're facing a team that obviously very low on the table, was without its best player tonight. You created a lot of chances, had a lot of the ball. This is the age-old question: whenever you tie a game, do you look at it as a point gained or 2 points lost?
I think when we are home and the game developed as it did, I think we feel like it's 2 points lost. It's that's how it feels right after in the moment and right now. We also have to have in mind like we come from a mid-game week and have 7 points from 7 days, and that's quite good when you look at it tomorrow. But obviously after 2 wins the 2 first game and feeling like we had the game plan right for this game, we are of course a little bit disappointed.
Any other questions? Another one?
Yeah, after the match, there were some words with the referee. Seemed to be some frustrations there. Can you talk a little bit about that conversation? What was it about, and how did that go about?
No, I think it's just football and emotions, first of all. I think our feeling at the pitch was that they deliberately tried to make the game slow and drag it out a lot. And yeah, they both succeeded at that, but we also felt like the game was maybe a little bit too slow, just also, in general. So yeah, we were a little frustrated at the end because it's emotion, it's running high, and we wanted to press and score the goal. So yeah, I don't think it's like a bigger issue, but that's basically it.
We have one last one over here.
Hi. How do you feel about this standing right now? So this is first year standing FC, but much better than LAFC and LA Galaxy. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think from the outside, from looking for you guys and what I could feel like before the season, people were surprised where we're at right now. We look like a team that's maybe been playing a little bit more together than we actually have, and we feel good at least. I think internally we saw quite quickly during the preseason that we feel like we have a good team and we have a good way of playing football. It suits our player very good, and we can set up our star players by playing out and be brave. And I don't think we are surprised as we feel like we get the feeling from people outside of the team.
One last one here.
You guys have had a very impressive start to the season. A few downs, but mostly ups. And you have seen some of the challenges that this league presents. There's a lot of players in this team that have not played in this league before. It's a league that offers some very different challenges that you don't see elsewhere. As we're getting closer to summer and you're going to be hitting some human sites and playing in situations that you don't play in Europe, what are you anticipating? How is that challenge going to inform what this team is about?
It's a very good question because we don't know yet. Personally, I felt it myself, and I think before you're going into, for example, a game at Colorado, or we also played in Austin, where it's quite hard, even though it was summer. You kind of feel like, oh, it's even for everybody, and everybody's gonna struggle a little bit. But yeah, you get like blown back over a little bit about it, and I feel like now we have experienced some of it, so you kind of now are, before we're going to those games, a little bit more aware about it. I think that's also why today is one of those days where you feel like you missed 2 points, because it feels like people here are very eager about this home pitch 3 points kind of thing, because traveling is difficult in this league. So we are aware, but again, not to make it too long, I feel the way we play is beneficial both here, but keeping the ball, being brave, being good on the ball, open our teams and let them come and score from pressing situations is something you can do both away and home. Like we're not a team that only lives by energy, by the crowd at home. We have a style, and I think it fits good for playing away also.
Any others? Thank you, Evan. No? Who wants to start? Anybody up there?
Hello, Luca. How has it been coming into the starting 11 now, really cementing yourself in this position, and the opportunity that head coach Mike Ibarra has given you to play your own style within the style of Right to Dream as well?
Yeah, no, it's super exciting. Going into the season, this was one of my goals, to not only make a starting 11, but also kind of show that I can play consistently and perform consistently at a level I know I can be at. I'm happy for the opportunity, and every week I'm just pushing hard with the team, especially in this last week with the 3 games in 7 8 days. It's been difficult physically, but recovery is always a main focus, and I'm happy I can keep pushing at the same level every day.
Luca, from a defensive standpoint, it's a clean sheet and it's a successful match, but does it still feel a bit of a disappointment dropping points at home?
Oh, of course. Every time we're at home, we expect 3 points, and we feel that the fans deserve that as well. They were great tonight. They always are. It's disappointing, but we default back to our values in these moments, and we keep pushing hard. We know next week will come with more fight and desire. So.
Any others for the third? Hey, Mark?
Just take us through the transaction, moving to this club, and did you expect that? And was it something you were pushing for behind the scenes to get an opportunity somewhere else to come out of the blue? And what was your expectations when you got here? Was your expectation that you'd be in this position right now, man of the match, or just kind of be happy to be on a roster?
No, I mean, it kind of happened pretty quick. All within a day or so, I had heard about the possibility of joining this team, and then getting the call that it would happen. A lot of mixed emotions at first. Of course, I sound mature, but I'm 18, so I've never been too far from home, and I'm not really. It's not a bad drive, but it was a lot of mixed emotions at first. But pretty quickly, I was really excited to be here and excited to make a name for myself in this amazing organization. They give opportunities to players who deserve or push and work hard for them. And I really feel that that's not overlooked. So I'm really grateful for that. It's such a competitive environment in training, and it really brings the best out of all of us. But yeah, coming here, I looked at the starting 11 as a definite goal. I didn't expect it to come, so early. But I'm really happy for the opportunity, and I want to keep going.
Hey, Luca, and then just being active, being on the starting 11, how do you feel from those first few matches and to where you are now? How do you compare where you were before when you first started and now how you're performing? And then also you can expand a little bit on just playing with a different backline. Everyone gets an opportunity in stepping in, but how do you guys complement each other so seamlessly?
Yeah, on the different backline part first, we all know the same style of play. It's the Right to Dream style. It's implemented all across the country with our sister clubs, and we were all on the same page pretty quickly. And that allows for a really seamless plug and play for our defenders. And especially for me, it was there's a quick period of adaptability within the first week and a half or so, but really easy to adapt when you have a great crew around you that are all on the same page. So it was easy. It's easy when you have such amazing people around you. And in the beginning, I was a lot more nervous. Before coming here, I didn't play a minute in MLS, and I think in my second appearance I had started. So it's a shock, but I was definitely ready for it because I'm prepared by all the work we do behind the scenes and in the many years coming up to this. So not a surprise. I've been working for this, but yeah.
Great. Any final questions?
All good. Thank you so much.